So let's do a lovely facial lymphatic drainage massage using the Gua Sha tool. Now this one, as you can see, is a jade Gua Sha, and I have one here, a slightly smaller one. They all come in different shapes and sizes and materials, and this is a rose quartz. But for today we're going to use the jade one, which I find is probably the most easiest one and most attainable. Now you want to make sure it's obviously cleaned first, so it's been cleansed in cold running water, and you want to make sure that you have no product on your skin. Now I am going to use a little bit of facial oil, but you don't have to. But I do find that whatever product you apply onto your face and your neck is also going to penetrate in even better. So you're actually almost double bubbling, if you like. So if you've got a really great anti-aging cream, for instance, or a really lovely rosehip facial or natural oil, it's going to really penetrate into the skin better. So just firstly, just applying to the face and the neck. And now we're going to take our tool here and we're going to use this long parts here, the flat parts, and we're going to start with the collarbone. So placing one hand as an anchor, I'm placing this part here down by the bottom, and I'm just very gently, very lightly gliding it towards the jawline, lifting up slightly. Now I like to use my Gua Sha tool fairly flat because you do tend to find you have more surface area. And then further along. And then you want to, with the parts here, you just now want to just gently glide down the big SCM muscle, down to the collarbone and a bit further across to the middle starting point. So let's just do this another couple of times. So again, with the flat area, we're working our way up towards the jawline and the chin, giving a little wiggle when we get to the jawline, slow, mindful and flat. And then when we come to sort of more the bit further across, you want to move it across and then glide towards the ear. And then by the bottom of the ear, we're using the part from the top, we're gliding down nice and flat, the big SCM muscle for a bit of lymphatic drainage, and then towards the collarbone. So again, let's use this now on the other side. So with the flat area, placing, and then you just want to very lightly glide upwards towards the jawline. We're actually moving toxins and waste, and the lymph is very close to the surface of the skin, so moving everything along. So again, when we get to the end, just a bit further across the jawline towards the bit which is almost like the top of a love heart, and then glide down the big SCM muscle down to the collarbone and then to the middle of the collarbone. So now we're going to use this part of the tool, again placing as an anchor, and I'm just gently gliding now, again slow and mindful along the jawline, and when you get to the ear, just give it a little wiggle, and then just gently gliding along again. This really does help with elastine and also glowing skin. It's a great tool for detoxifying. So again, placing and then just gliding along now. And again, just giving this a wiggle towards the ears. All the way along. Now let's work on the lower part of the face. So I'm now taking my tool, I'm just going all the way along, nice and flat, again towards the ear. Even any of that toxins and waste that's accumulated. If you like, you can take a couple of deep belly breaths while you're doing this to really help with oxygen to the facial and the neck area as well. So let's go again on the other side. This is a very nice, easy, gentle tool to use, especially if you have older skin as well. If you're not really dragging and pulling, you're just really lightly moving everything along. And now we're going to work around the nose area and the cheekbone and under the eyes. So I like to use this part of the tool here. So again, it almost feels like it just wants to go in this part in with the cheekbone. So placing fingers, just gently glide all the way along towards the ears, helping smooth out all those fine lines and wrinkles under the eyes. This is great, particularly if you have puffy eyes. And then on the other side. All the way along. So now I'm going to take the tool on this, again, this little bow part here, and then we're just placing it between the eyes and just very gently lifting up towards the hairline, and then just slowly work your way along. Again, I always feel when you're doing this, it's I quite like to do this in the evening, so I do find it quite relaxing, and you almost feel like it's getting me ready for sleep, particularly if you're by this third eye. Always makes you slightly more tired. Okay, just give it a little wiggle. And along where the temples are. And then again, this part here, we're now working our way all the way along towards the ears. And this is just a nice horizontal. Again, keeping it fairly flat. And let's just do this 3 times. And then on the other side, moving everything along. And then when it comes to the lymphatic drainage, if you like, if you just take the top part and just massage in front of the ear down to the bottom from the top, and then behind the ear, nice and flat. And then with the bow part from the top of the ear, nice and flat down this big SCM muscle, down to the collarbone, all the way along into the middle. We'll do this 3 times again, nice and flat, down to the collarbone, to the middle, and then again, one last time, all the way down, flat, down to the middle. And then on the other side, again, top part in front of the ear, just gliding down. Nice and gentle, feather-like touch almost. And then behind the ear, where we have plenty of lymph nodes. And then with the top part where it's nice and flat, behind under the ear, and then gliding down the big SCM muscle to the collarbone, and then just along to the middle. And one last time. And then from the chin all the way down, we just need to do a final little bit of lymphatic drainage release. So we're releasing all the toxins and waste into the body. So where our collarbone is, just above, again, just give those a few gentle presses. And there we are.